I mean, you and I have been doing these shows for 15 years, right? Talking about asset allocation, a balanced portfolio, measuring your risk profile. But when you see this kind of data come in at the peak, when gold prices have already rallied some 100%, silver is up 150%, and then you see this kind of return chasing, it makes you wonder whether the lessons have indeed been learned. Your thoughts?
Surabhi, one thing which, if I comment on what DP sir said, is the industry responsible? That's very, very important. See, if an industry like a very important mutual fund industry, which is growing leaps and bounds, if their top players use the momentum to garner more assets, which they could very well do, right, from in the business interest, if they don't do it, it is very, very important point to reflect on. That's very, very important. Now coming to was this propelled by institutional backing? The answer is no. Is recency bias going to be there in human beings? It is time tested. You go to 1929 depression, US, people got into FOMO and bought at 10, 15 times leverage. And that I'm speaking about 100 years back, US middle class. Right? So recency bias is always going to remain in a human heart. What do I mean by recency bias? This has happened with NASDAQ about 5-6 years back, where people bought NASDAQ left, right, center just before the 25-30% fall of NASDAQ. So this has happened time and again. In the last leg of rally, where it is time equals money, people jump in. So am I very happy that institutions behaved so responsibly, especially the large ones? Second, am I surprised with FOMO? No. Will it reverse? DP sir सहमत ज़्यादा नहीं हो सकता कि वो reverse हो जाएगा. Or we see, Surabhi, when we look at asset allocation, we're looking at one portfolio. India is a very large country. We have 241 lakh crores of gold in India, right? So if somebody went to financialize it, or even if he said that I will buy a little more in the form of ETF, it is going to be large values, right? Because we are just speaking about 24,000 crores on a base of 241 lakh crores of gold holding Indian households have.
Okay, got that point.